This episode of Invent America TV is brought to you by America's Inventor Lady and Home Talk USA. Home Talk is a proud member of the King's Broadcasting Network and has been bringing to you the best of America's home-based product innovation since 1998. This segment of Invent America TV is brought to you by the law offices of R.P. Baraska. RPB law offices have been bringing corporate-level legal expertise to the independent inventor community for more than 20 years. For all your inventing legal needs, trust rpblawoffices.com.
Hello, America, and welcome to Invent America, because America invents. Hi, everybody. My name is Rita Crompton, host of Invent America Radio, and my guest today is Roy Rindom. All right, and he is the inventor of the Bottle Station. Very cool product, and we are working to license this product. But, you know, it helps when I've got you on video, Roy, so you can tell everybody what is it and show it. I mean, we kind of missed that on the radio. You've got to be able to tell it. You can't show it, but now you can show off a little bit. So show everybody the Bottle Station.
Well, hi, my name is Roy, and I want to say thank you very much, Rita. I really appreciate all your expertise, your guidance, and support. And I just know with your help, the Bottle Station is going to begin to make so many people's lives a little bit less anxiety provoked and just easier in an everyday fashion. The Bottle Station. It is 100% USA made. I have a patent on the spring tabs on the inside. And the spring tabs allow the Bottle Station to hold a variety of different sizes. We have a hand lotion, CeraVe, 12 ounce. It's a rectangle. It fits right in. Look at that. Reach over, and with one hand, you never have to touch, hold, or pick that hand bottle up. What about your dish soap? Here's your dish soap. It fits right in. Now, just reach right over, and 1, 2, 3. So the Bottle Station has 4 suction cups on the bottom, which allow it to be one of the only portable hand pump bottle holders on the market. No double-faced tape, no mounting to a table or a wall. You can simply pick it up, press the Bottle Station down on any smooth, clean surface, and it's already working. Look at that.
Yeah.
Now you can insert any bottle, reach over, and never have to worry about the bottle falling over, touching it, or picking it up off the floor. The Bottle Station is made 100% USA made, as I said, right here in South Florida, and we provide white and black at this time, but any color is available based on quantity ordered. Look forward to working with you so much, Rita, and I really appreciate you helping me get the simplicity, the functionality, right, and the variety of different bottles. Here's your Aveeno bottle, right? 12 ounce. Here's another oval. Just press it in and look at that. Just reach over. That is the beauty of the Bottle Station.
Well, I think it's wonderful. And, you know, just, you know, anybody that's in an RV and they're driving around, you know, now they don't have to worry about it. Oh, God, I forgot the soap bottle and it crashes on the floor. And, you know, just a variety of places where it makes sense. I mean, how often do you have somebody in, you know, a utility room and, you know, they got one thing in their hand and now they need to wash their hands. And so it makes so much sense. But even in, you know, special situations where, you know, somebody's got arthritis, you know, they've got, you know, physical challenges that only allow them to use the one hand. So makes a huge difference. And we can, you know, license, somebody wants to put their logo on it, you know, to a variety of places. So easy, you know, easy to get a hold of. You've got inventory. So where can someone go to find your inventory and buy one?
We have a beautiful, easy to use website at thebottlestation.com. We offer different packages. We offer singles, 2 packs, 3 packs. And then after that, please give me a call and or send me a note, an email, and I'd be more than happy to be in touch with you as far as a quantity price. But thebottlestation.com, easy to use, super friendly user. Just go over there. And it's great for people, as Rita mentioned. Thank you so much, because I'm a believer in lemonade from lemons. And years ago, my hand got terribly injured in a saw accident. And so I was frustrated with now only one hand. My hand got amputated. And so I was very frustrated with the numerous hand pump bottles on the market. So that's how the bottle station was born. Now, stroke victims, Parkinson's, people in a wheelchair. We had great reviews at both the Tampa Super RV show. People loved it. No more leaking bottles. And then when they get to where they're going, they can pick the bottle station up and take it outside with them. Enjoy the beautiful wilderness with beautiful hygiene. So the bottle station offers a super amount of different places to be used. People with, as you mentioned so aptly, Rita, with a hand mobility issue, as well as active people on the go, the patios, the bathrooms, family rooms, picnics, tailgating. Just put it on the back of your truck and boom, hook away with clean hands. Thebottlestation.com.
Excellent, excellent. Well, we're going to get you posted out there. We'll have you back on the radio again, and we're going to get this done, Roy.
Thank you so much for your time, and most of all, for believing in my invention in order to help millions of people just live a little bit easier each and every day.
Well, and thank you very much. So everybody get out there and get the bottle station, thebottlestation.com, and your life will be easier and everyone will be happier. Take care, everybody.
Bye-bye.
This segment of Invent America TV is brought to you by SearchQuest Patent Search. SearchQuest provides for a comprehensive patent search that searches the entire world and not just the U.S. Patent Office. Make sure that before you spend those big bucks having a patent written, you've done your due diligence by getting a comprehensive patent search. Use SearchQuestPatents.com for all your patent search needs. They scour the world for you.
Hi, everybody. My name is Rita Crompton, host of Invent America Radio and also America's Inventor Lady, where I help inventors license their intellectual property. And over the last couple of years, we've become aware of the R&D tax credit, which, 99% of the inventors I talk to, they say, what? Never heard of it. And neither is their accountant and neither is their attorney, although it's really not in the legal sandbox, so to speak, of filing patents. But you know what? Some of those questions that inventors need the answers to, I know just enough to say, nope, not my sandbox either. You need to call Sybil. So Sybil, thank you so much for being with us. You are our R&D tax expert, Sybil Bailey. And so, introduce yourself to our watchers and give us a little bit of background about that R&D tax credit.
Yeah, definitely. So like Rita mentioned, my name is Sybil Bailey and I work with Clarus R&D. I've been here a little over 4 years and we help companies claim the research and development tax credit, so other known as the R&D tax credit. It was originally established because the government recognizes that innovation is expensive. So they wanted to keep innovation within the United States with this tax credit, but also give some money back to those companies for innovating within the United States. So basically, it's a dollar for dollar reduction in your federal tax liability for those qualifying research activities. So the main activities that we're going to be looking for, or the main areas that you can claim the credit on, are going to be Box 1 W-2 employees for US-based employees, contractors that are within the United States, and the supplies that were used or destroyed during the R&D process. So with those 3 buckets per se, those are going to be your QRE, so your qualified research expenditures. And basically, we are going to be looking for inventors that are going to be developing new products, process, software, formula, or techniques. Some of those qualifying activities that those would include would be product design, process improvement, software development, So it really ranges pretty wide. A lot of the industries that we actually see and help claim the credit on are going to be software companies, manufacturing companies, biotech, agriculture, food and bev. So it is really a wide range. Not many people know about this credit. Not many people are aware of what industries qualify for this credit. But at Clarus R&D, we can definitely kind of have that conversation and try to help those companies out and keep money in the hands of those inventors and those that are doing that R&D work.
Well, that is so cool because, the inventors who had kind of heard about it say, oh, I thought that was for, if you were doing a new spaceship or a new electric car. And it's like, no, you can actually qualify, in certain circumstances for doing a new kitchen gadget. And so we want to make sure that we get that information out to everyone. If the inventor doesn't qualify, okay, fine. But at least they knew to ask.
Exactly, yes.
Like, it's when they get down the road and thinking, nobody ever told me about it. Why didn't I know about this? And so we want to make sure that folks know about it. So what do they need to keep as far as records when they're first starting out?
Yeah, so I would definitely suggest kind of keeping track of those activities that they're doing. So detailed records of their research and development activities. So that would include like project description, objectives, outcomes. So basically whatever they're doing R&D wise, let's just keep detailed records of it. So when we do go to claim it, we have those detailed records that we can easily access to kind of support the R&D claim. And then definitely track those expenses. So like I mentioned, those 3 buckets are going to be what we're focusing on when calculating the credit. So Box 1 W-2s, contracting, supplies. So basically any of those areas having a nice tracking of those expenses will definitely help make the process more seamless and our team just a little easier for us to help you guys.
So I know I got a kick out of Eric. He was on the radio with us last week when he said, oh yeah, I know my accountant has got this all taken care of. When we got him on the radio, it was, nope, my accountant had no idea.
That tends to be the case more often than you would think.
I know. It's wonderful to, be working with you guys now and getting your information out there. So more and more inventors will be aware of, how to use this to their advantage. And,
Exactly.
By the time they get to, being able to make some and sell some, they have just spent a ton of money. So the opportunity to put a few of those dollars back in their pocket so they could do another round of manufacturing is critical to the inventing process. And it's also an encouragement. When we've got inventors that are looking, it's like, well, do I manufacture in China or do I manufacture here?
Yep.
Well, we're looking at a lot more advantages of manufacturing here, and this is one of them.
Exactly. Yep. It is definitely good to know the areas that go into qualifying, just so when you do start having those R&D expenses, you kind of know what they can go towards and kind of the credit that you could possibly receive from it.
Yeah, that's really important. So, Sybil, we are going to be doing many conversations with you. I am going to get your name out there to all of the inventor groups so that they can get in touch with you. And we are looking forward to having you as a guest speaker at the meeting coming up on the 28th of April, 2025. I cannot believe we're already talking summertime in 2025. It seems like we just got over 2020. But anyway, it is really nice to have you on board, and we look forward to working with you. Thank you.
Thank you.
If you're an inventor or you know an inventor out there who would just like to be able to have a conversation with other inventors, join the Inventors Roundtable. It's free. The meetings are virtual, so you can be anywhere in America and talk to another inventor. And for a lot of folks out there, understanding the process, being able to ask questions, getting good service provider information is critical to the inventing process. So, got questions? Want to join? It's free. inventorsroundtable.org.
And our guest today is Michael Miller. He has been doing trade shows a little bit longer than I have, I think. Ben, your profession, tell everybody, kind of who you are and why trade shows are such a big deal.
Sure, absolutely. So my name is Michael Miller. I'm currently, and I will say, an advisor to inventors and also to companies to basically help them in their process of getting products either to market or licensed. And so I help people out with that. And prior to that, I was director of product partnerships for a very large company, actually 3 different companies, and helping get products in both the home repair space, the pet product space, and also new home construction products as well.
So, well, it's a pleasure to have you with us today because, when we go and we're taking 40 products, there's people all over the place in that. And some of them have inventory and have started a business. Others really want to, they may have a small inventory, but they want to license it. And then some are going to just gather information. So when you are out there helping inventors, when you take on someone to consult with, what are you looking for? When someone is talking to you, what do you want to know?
So some of the biggest things are, what is this product actually doing? And more importantly, how is this product different from what's already in the marketplace doing that particular function or filling that particular need? And the reason you have to know that is because if you think about it, a retailer, whether you're bringing the product to market or you've licensed it to somebody else, the retailer and the buyer for that retailer needs to be able to understand, how would this product be able to sell more per year than the product that I already have in that space right now? And you need to be thinking about that the entire time, from the time you first start developing the product all the way through to presenting it to either buyers or to companies that you want to license it to. You really need to know that information.
You're exactly right. And I think what a lot of inventors struggle with is understanding their particular industry. When certain industries, you can make a small change to a product that makes that product better. The example I always use is, a flashlight is a light coming out of the end of the stick. Different ones have different nuances that are still under patent protection, but the guy that did the one that wraps around the pole, still a light coming out of the end of the stick, but really cool. And so, it doesn't have to be this, a new spaceship type of change to a product, but a significant material change, is what we look at in intellectual property. So how is that small change going to impact the market? And sometimes a small change can have a huge impact.
Absolutely. And, other things, actually, I was just working with a company here a couple of weeks ago. And one of the key areas that they didn't look at is, by bringing this product to market, it actually allows the retailer to sell more of other products that they already have in the store. And so those things are really, really key. They were so focused on their own product and selling their product and getting their pricing right. They didn't even consider that this particular product would be able to sell more other type items in the store, whether it be work gloves or dirt or gravel or all those other types of things, tools to put it together, all those things. Those are key in being able to describe the product and talk about the product to a buyer or to a store or even to somebody that would license the product, because they might be able to sell other products within their line to support it that they already have.
Yeah, we've just got a licensing check coming to us on a similar type of situation where the company wanted to license the inventor's product as a giveaway to the product they were already selling, because it would make that product then better in the marketplace than the competition. And so however many they manufacture, they pay him a flat rate based on how many they manufacture as opposed to how many they sell.
And that's a great item. Those types of items are absolutely perfect. And it's that type of information that you will really find out whenever you attend these trade shows. You'll have somebody come by the booth that you'll be talking to that'll bring up those types of things that can really basically dramatically change your thought of how to go to market with that particular product.
Yeah, it's been really interesting over the years to see different things get into the marketplace. And like we said, sometimes they're a small change with a huge impact. And sometimes, you get somebody that just, like the guys that did the algorithm that would turn a fax into an email. Well, Xerox was not happy about that. Xerox paid them to stay out of the marketplace. And the first time around, they go, nope, nope, we're going to market. Second time around, nope, nope, we're going to market. Third time around is like, okay, now we're talking. So you just never know who's going to see your product and say, you know, let's do it this way. And, you know, money talks, nobody walks.
Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. And we've seen it all the time. And, you know, the other thing with attending these trade shows and different industry experts come by, many times they're offering free advice about your product. And those can be huge changes that you can make that would make the product be able to sell more units. And in some cases, it's something totally simple, you know, like a hand tool, and putting a hole through the handle of a hand tool now makes it compatible for it to be able to be used on construction products because they're required to have lanyards. I mean, just little changes like that that really don't affect your patent, don't affect anything else, but it's a small little tweak that can actually increase sales tremendously.
Yeah, we had several inventors with us last year at ASD who had just prototypes. I mean, they had, you know, 1 or 2 prototypes to their name. And the one lady had a product for hot tubs. And she was just, you know, getting all kinds of comments, people interested in the product. They wanted to know when she was going to have inventory. She's like, I've got 2 prototypes. So, you know, see, but that they were asking her very good questions and gave her some really good advice. So she got back, she filed now, you know, her CIP. So she was able to get additional protection on that original filing. And she was off to the races. She went out, placed an order. She had shipment coming in, and she went then to the spa show and realized she had a wonderful product for therapy, not just local hot tubs in your backyard, but for therapy. And, you know, the next thing she knew, she was, you know, people were saying, no, I don't want a box. I want to know how many pallets I can get.
Yeah.
But it was going to the trade show and letting people, you know, ask questions.
And once again, you know, the key thing too with so many of these is having those prototypes. That's a key item to have. You need to have something material that people can actually get their heads around. And even if it's a mini version of whatever it is you're looking at doing, it doesn't have to be the full size version or anything like that. Just a small scale version that can easily be done on a prototype machine, and for not that much money. And bring that. It's not like you have to have the whole hot tub, or it's not like you have to have, you know, the whole tractor or wagon or anything like that. Bring the small prototype. That gives people an idea of what that vision is and what would that product eventually look like.
It is. And, you know, the licensee is going to put hundreds of thousands of dollars into getting a product ready for manufacturing and manufactured and to the store shelves. And so, you know, time is precious in these.
It really is. And remember too, the key piece, and I know you and I've talked about this many times over the years, but the real key piece is that, remember, that company more than likely is removing something off the shelf to put your product on. Or they're taking another product that they might already have in development and decide to quit working on it to work on this product in the engineering team. So not only are they putting a lot of dollars and a lot of money towards this product to get it moving forward, they're probably already shelving something else that they were already working on or already have in the stores that they might already be making money on the chance that this product will do much better over the long term. And that's the kind of commitment that these companies would be making.
Right. Now, e-commerce has changed some of that. They can post
it has
things. So it may not necessarily be, you know, store shelf space, but don't say that real fast 5 times because you'll mix up the S. But, you know, the shelf space is limited. And inventors, it's not like they're going to make shelf space. It's limited. So if you're looking to be, you know, added to that shelf space, that obviously they're going to take something off. And so they're taking a gamble that you'll do better.
Absolutely. Yep.
So anyway, we're going to have some more conversations with our great friend, Michael Miller, and what he does to help inventors get into that marketplace. Thank you very much. And Michael, thanks so much.
Thank you very much for having me.
Thanks everyone for joining us today. We will be back next week with more stories on getting products from mind to market. We will have new inventors and industry experts. So join us and have a wonderful week. I know good service providers are really hard to find, but if you need a new attorney, a new engineer, anyone to do drawings for you or help with that manufacturer's prototype, get in touch. We've got good people that can help you and get you into that marketplace. So reach out. I will get back to you with a good vetted service provider.